Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So last week was Gamescom and a lot of great news about Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice has come out of it in terms of gameplay. Now a lot of people have gone to the event and been able to test the game for themselves, which is really exciting. Although I wasn't able to go there myself, I've seen a ton of gameplay footage so far and the feedback has been incredible. In regard to the game itself, we now know that you play as a warrior in Sengoku, Japan in the 1500s, whose lord has been taken away from him and his arm was severed in battle. From there, he was resurrected with a prosthetic left arm that he uses to fight. From what I've seen at the footage at Gamescom, I'm very pleased. I love the fast-paced nature of Sekiro. It reminds me of Bloodborne, but even takes it to the next level from there. It's faster, it seems more fluid, and you have more options. You can dash around and be fast and use your sword. You can block, but you can also do other things, like use the environment to your advantage. I really love too how they've increased the importance of stealth. Now you can sneak up on an enemy, you can kill them from above like in a lot of fromsoftware games, but the main point is to get creative with the way that you play. The freedom is in your hands. From what I've seen, the posture system replaces stamina, and in addition to that, you can resurrect while dying, which seems very interesting. I'm not sure if there's going to be checkpoints like we know in, say, Bloodborne or Dark Souls, but it's great to know that if something unfortunate happens, you can just come back up from there instead of having to run all the way from your bonfire or your lantern. Unlike some of their recent games, this is a fully open world experience that takes advantage of FromSoft's unique sense of verticality. One of the best parts of the demo that I've seen is the variety in which you can play. Now Dark Souls puts a heavy emphasis on blocking, whereas Bloodborne puts an emphasis on speed and dashing around. So what I've seen of Sekiro is that you can do a mix of those things or one or the other. You can really choose and customize the way that you'd like to play. The arm takes that into account too in the way that you can use it to grapple and fight. What's really promising about it is that it's already won an award at Gamescom for Best Action, beating out even over-the-top action games like Devil May Cry 5. Now moving on to FromSoft's next title that was announced at E3 this year, Deracine.
Aren't you excited? You're going to be a fairy. And live in the world where time stands still. Where nobody can see what you're up to ever again.
With the footage that we saw, I really had to dig deep to find out what this is about. So the definition of deracine is uprooted or displaced from one's geographical or social environment, or a person who has been or feels displaced. So that gives some interesting hints about the possible plot. So far, this looks like a surprisingly delicate title from FromSoftware. Before, they used to make some stranger and more unique titles, and I think that this is them reaching and getting back to their roots on that. According to both the website and the trailer, you're a fairy who explores a boarding school as it's been frozen in time. Now, despite that it is frozen in time, you can find ways to interact and give hints with the children and people in that school, which seems very interesting. It's going to be a pretty immersive VR experience, so although I kind of have trouble with VR titles, this one really did stick out to me. One thing that's comfortingly familiar about it though is that we know that you get to find hints and clues here and there so that you can take them and build out the narrative, very much like previous FromSoftware titles. And one last thing that I have to announce that I'm so excited about is that because Halloween is getting nearer and nearer, I am actually going to do something very special in this channel. Now, I decided a long time ago that although I'm kind of obsessed with makeup, that I'm not going to make this a makeup channel and instead focus on my love of gaming. But because this is Halloween, I'm actually going to do a set of tutorials based on either video game themes or video game characters, so that if you're getting ready for Halloween, if you need ideas or if you need some techniques that will help you look like a certain character for any upcoming event, I've got you covered and I'm going to create some nice tutorials for you. What do you guys think? Are you excited for Sekiro and Déraciné? Are there any titles that you'd like to see one more than the other, or were you surprised by any of it? Definitely let me know in the comment section below, and give me a like if you enjoyed this video, and feel free to subscribe for more. I hope you guys have an awesome night or day wherever you are. See you next time.